Hey everyone, if you've been paying attention to the housing market lately, you've probably noticed that things have really slowed down here in the GTA. A lot of homes are continuing to sit on the market and buyers are still holding back. But it's not just resale homes that are feeling this type of slowdown. New build home sales have also taken a huge hit. In fact, according to stats, new build sales have dropped to historic lows for the 8th month in a row. And apparently we haven't seen numbers like this since the early 90s. But what's even more concerning is that some developers are starting to talk about hitting pause on future projects. And if this actually does keep up, we could be facing a serious supply shortage in a few years from now. So what does this all mean for us and what impact will it have? I'm going to break this all down in today's video. Hi there, for those new to my channel, welcome. I'm Sonia Ramgobin, a realtor with RE/MAX, servicing the Durham region and the GTA. And as always, my hope is that these videos keep you informed and help you navigate the real estate market with confidence. So I wanted to start things off by giving you a bit of perspective on just how slow things have gotten with new build sales right now here in the GTA. So in May, only 345 new homes were sold across the entire GTA. So that's a 64% decrease compared to this time last year. And honestly, for a region this big, those numbers are very low. If I were to break that number down even further, out of the 345 new builds sold, 137 of them were condos sold and only 208 of them were single family homes sold. So again, now those numbers might not seem that bad to you, but in a market that usually sees thousands of new homes move each month, this is a significant slowdown. So now let's talk about why this is happening. So from the buyer side, this slowdown makes total sense. People are dealing with high interest rates. We haven't seen another rate cut in a while. We're also dealing with rising living costs, right? And just a lot of economic uncertainty. And on top of that, with everything feeling so unpredictable, it's no surprise that a lot of buyers are choosing to continue to remain cautious for now. Now let's look at this from the builder's perspective because, they're in a tough spot too. Many builders have already lowered their prices in an effort to attract more buyers, but they can only go so far. They're saying that their prices have pretty much hit the floor because of their own costs that they have to incur for land, labor, and materials. All those prices have not gone down. They've actually gone up because of tariffs. So rather than slashing prices further, some builders are trying other tactics like offering free upgrades, flexible deposit programs, or other incentives to try and attract more buyers. However, these offers still don't seem to be working, so industry leaders are now asking all levels of government for more help. So the government has already implemented a GST rebate program for first-time buyers in an attempt to help increase new build sales. But builders and developers are saying that it's not enough. So just on a side note, if you want more information about this GST rebate program, I made a video about all of that over here, so feel free to check it out. Okay, so back to the builder's demand. So basically, they are saying they need more help. They are trying to push for further reduced development charges, and they're even calling on the government for further consideration on removing HST on new built homes altogether to help make building and buying more affordable. So now that we know why this is happening from both the buyers and builders' perspective, let's talk about why this situation can lead to potential issues down the road. So because of this slowdown, inventory is just starting to pile up. Right now, there's over 21,000 unsold new build homes in the GTA. So that's about 17 months worth of supply, which means it would take about a year and a half to sell everything off the market if no other new homes came onto the market. So here's where the concern comes into play. With sales this low, developers are already talking about slowing down or even canceling future projects. Experts are warning us that if this trend continues, we could lose up to 23,000 of new housing starts by 2027. Now, if this does happen, it could have a negative effect down the line. So let me explain further. When the market eventually rebounds, which it will because it always does, we might be facing a big supply crunch with way more buyers than homes available. So right now, buyers have a lot more negotiation power due to the large amount of properties available and the lack of competition with other buyers. But fast forward a year or two, if inventory dries up and new projects don't come online, those opportunities could disappear fast. When demand comes back, what do you think might happen, right? Prices could eventually shoot up again. On the other hand, for sellers, especially those with resale homes, this could work in your favor because if fewer new builds are available in the future, resale homes might become more in demand simply because there are fewer options for buyers. So as you can see, this slowdown isn't just about what's happening today and right now. It could reveal potential changes for the market in the next couple of years. So that's why it's important to keep in mind and stay informed, in my opinion. Now, I want to make this clear. By sharing this information with you, I'm not saying that everyone should just run out and buy now. That's not my intention. My goal is to keep up to date with trends and situations that could impact the market and share what's actually happening in the market so that my clients and viewers like you can make an informed decision and make a choice that makes sense for you. Remember, real estate is never one size fits all, right? It's about understanding the trends and weighing out the options and doing what fits your own financial goals and life plans. So I hope this video helps you feel a little bit more informed and a lot more prepared. If you have any questions about buying, selling, or renting, or if you have any general questions about the market, feel free to reach out. My contact information is all in the description box below. I'm always here to help however I can. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.